Welcome to Aris Kalvi, 11th Physics 5 mark important question. Chapter 1 to 11. First question. Write a note on triangles method and radar method to measure larger distance. Second. Explain in detail the various types of errors. Third. What do you mean by propagation of errors? Explain the propagation of errors in addition and multiplication. Fourth. Explain the principle of homogeneity of dimensions. What are its uses? Give example. Fifth, explain in detail the triangle law of addition. Sixth, discuss the properties of scalar and vector products. Seventh, derive the kinematic equation of motion of constant acceleration. Eighth, derive the equation of motion, range and maximum height reached by the particle thrown at an oblique angle theta with respect to the horizontal direction. Ninth, what are concrete forces? State Lami's theorem. 10th, briefly explain the origin of friction so that the inclined plane angle of friction is equal to angle of repose. 11th, state Newton's three laws and discuss their signification. 12th, explain the similarities and differences of centripetal and centrifugal forces. 13. Briefly explain rolling friction. 14th. Describe the method of measuring angle of repose. 15th. Explain the need of banking of tracks. 16th. State and explain work energy principle. Mentions any 3 examples for it. 17th. What is inelastic collision? In which way it is different from elastic collision? Mention few examples in day-to-day life of inelastic collision. 18th. Explain the types of equilibrium with a suitable example. 19th. Derive the expression for movement of inertia of rod about its center and perpendicular to the rod. 20. Derive the expression for movement of inertia of a uniform ring about an axis passing through the center and perpendicular to the plane. 21. State and prove parallel axis theorem. 22. State and prove perpendicular axis theorem. 23. Derive an expression for escape speed. 24. Explain the variation of g with latitude. 25. Explain the variation of g with altitude. 26. Explain the variation of g with depth from the earth surface. 27. Derive the time period of satellite orbiting the earth. 28. Explain detailed Eratosthenes' method of finding the radius of Earth. 29. State Hooke's law and verify it with the help of an experiment. 30. Explain the different types of modulus of elasticity. 31. Derive the expression for the terminal velocity of sphere moving in a viscous fluid using stroke force. 32. Derive the Poisson formula for the volume of liquid flowing per second through a pipe under streamlined flow. 33. Obtain the expression for the excess of pressure inside liquid drop, liquid bubble, air bubble. 34. What is capillarity? Obtain expression for the surface tensions of a liquid by capillary rise method. State and prove Bernoulli's theorem for a flow of incompressible, non-viscous and streamlined flow of fluid. 36. Discuss the ideal gas law. 37. Explain in detail the thermal expanses. 38. Explain calorimetry and derive an expression for final temperature when two thermodynamic systems are mixed. 39. Discuss various modes of heat transfer. 40. Explain in detail Newton's law of cooling. 41. Derive Mayer's relation for an ideal gas. 42. Derive the expression for Carnot engine efficiency. 43. Explain the second law of thermodynamics in terms of entropy. 44. Explain details the working of refrigerator. 45. Write down postulates of kinetic theory of gases. 46. Derive the expression of pressure extracted by the gas on the walls of the container. 47. Explain in detail the kinetic interpretation of temperature. 48. Describe the total degree of freedom of monoatomic molecule, diatomic molecule and triatomic molecule. 49. Derive the expression of mean free path of gas. 50. What is meant by angular harmonic oscillation? Compute the time period of angular harmonic oscillation. 51. Write down the difference between simple harmonic motion and angular simple harmonic motion. 52. Discuss the simple pendulum in detail. 53. Write short notes on the oscillation of liquid column in YouTube. 54. Discuss in detail the energy in simple harmonic motion. 55. Explain in detail the 4 different types of oscillation. 56. Discuss how ripples are formed in still water. 57. Briefly explain the difference between traveling waves and standing waves. 58. Show that the velocity of a traveling wave produced in a string is v equal root T by mu. 59. Describe Newton's formula for velocity of sound waves in air and also discuss the Laplace correction. 60. What is sonometer? Give its construction and working. Explain how to determine the frequency of tuning fork using sonometer. 61. Explain how overtones are produced in a closed organ pipe, open organ pipe. 62. What is meant by Doppler effect? Discuss the following case. இது மொத்தம் 62 கொஸ்டின் இருக்குது. இது உங்களுக்கு ஆஃப் இயர்லி பப்ளிக் எல்லாத்துக்குமே இது மோஸ்ட் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கொஸ்டின். தேங்க்யூ.